Imagine a man on his knees, bowing deeply before a majestic elephant. This isn't just any elephant. It's a mother who saved his child's life. How did this extraordinary moment come to be? Here, on the fringes of the forest, lived Arjun, a hard-working farmer with his family. Their livelihood depended on the sprawling fields of sugarcane that stretched as far as the eye could see. In the lush, green landscapes of Assam, India, where dense jungles meet quaint villages, there's a small settlement called Bampur. They worked tirelessly under the scorching sun, tending to their crops with care and dedication. The sweet aroma of sugarcane filled the air, a testament to their hard work and the fertile soil of the region. Life was simple but satisfying for Arjun and his family. But their peaceful existence was about to be disrupted in ways they could never have imagined. A wild mother elephant, accompanied by her young calves, had wandered into his carefully cultivated sugarcane plantation. Without a care in the world, they began to feast on the crops, their massive feet trampling the delicate stalks. Full of curiosity and adventure, the boy wandered closer to the area where his father had dug the pit. The village bustled with activity, unaware of the danger that young Ravi was in. The mother elephant returned to the edge of the field, but this time she didn't come to raid the crops. Instead, she circled around, trumpeting loudly, her cries echoing through the village. As the sun began to set once again, fear started to creep into Arjun's heart. Where was Ravi? At a stopping moment, Ravi lost his footing and tumbled into the very trap meant for the elephants. One fateful day, as the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Arjun noticed something unusual at the edge of his fields. The elephants showed no regard for boundaries, no concept of ownership. Here was this wild animal, this creature he had sought to harm, saving his son's life. There was no fear, no aggression, just a quiet understanding between two beings who had crossed the boundaries of their species to connect on a profound level. The irony and the miracle of the situation were not lost on him. He would never again try to harm these magnificent creatures. It became a tale of transformation, of how understanding and kindness can bridge even the widest of gaps between species. This gift was for the elephant and her family, a gesture of gratitude and an offering of peace. It was his way of saying thank you, not just for saving Ravi, but for teaching him a valuable lesson about compassion and coexistence. The once tense relationship between the villagers and the elephants evolved into something beautiful and unique. Sometimes on quiet evenings, the villagers would gather at the edge of the fields to watch the elephants peacefully grazing. It showed that when we open our hearts and minds, we can find ways to share our world harmoniously with all its inhabitants. And if you look closely, you might just catch a glimpse of a farmer standing respectfully at a distance, nodding in greeting to his elephant neighbors, a living testament to the enduring power of compassion and the unexpected ways in which nature can touch our lives. It was a sight that filled them with awe and reminded them of the incredible capacity for understanding between all living beings. The elephants seemed to understand the new arrangement, limiting their visits to the designated areas where food was left for them. Instead, he would find a way to coexist with them, to share the land that they both called home. Her cries led him towards the pit he had dug the night before. As he approached, a chill ran down his spine. Could it be? He fell to his knees before the elephant, bowing his head in a gesture of deep respect and thankfulness. They learned to see the elephants not as pests or threats, but as fellow inhabitants of the land, deserving of respect and consideration. This majestic creature, whom he had seen as an enemy just a day ago, had become his son's savior. Didn't they understand the damage they were causing? In his fury, he made a decision that would change the course of events dramatically. He became an advocate for wildlife conservation, sharing his story far and wide to promote harmony between humans and animals. The realization hit Arjun like a thunderbolt. The elephant had led him to his son. It was as if she was trying to communicate something important. To them, this was simply a bountiful meal, freely available for the taking. He stood back, satisfied with his work, certain that this would deter the elephants from future raids. He would dig a large pit near the field, a trap to catch the elephants, if they dared to return. As the boy was pulled to safety, tears of relief and gratitude streamed down Arjun's face. He turned to the elephant, still standing at the edge of the field, watching the scene unfold. It was a dangerous and cruel plan, but in his anger, Arjun couldn't see beyond his immediate desire for revenge. Arjun watched in horror as months of hard work disappeared before his eyes. Anger bubbled up inside Arjun. How dare these wild beasts destroy his livelihood? Determined to protect his crops and teach these elephants a lesson, Arjun devised a plan. As night fell, Arjun worked tirelessly, digging a deep pit and carefully concealing it with branches and leaves. But fate, it seems, had other plans. The next day, as life in the village continued as usual, Arjun's young son Ravi was playing near the fields. Hours passed, and no one noticed the boy's absence. Just as panic was about to set in, something unexpected happened. The elephant's behavior was strange, almost purposeful. She moved back and forth, her trumpeting growing more insistent. Intrigued and slightly wary, Arjun followed the elephant's movements. With trembling hands, Arjun peered into the pit. There, at the bottom, lay Ravi, scared and crying, but otherwise unharmed. In that moment, all of Arjun's anger and resentment towards the elephants melted away. With the help of other villagers, Ravi was quickly rescued from the pit. Overwhelmed by emotion, Arjun did something that surprised even himself. The elephant, as if understanding the gravity of the moment, stood still, her wise eyes fixed on Arjun. From that day forward, everything changed in Bamper. Arjun, deeply moved by the elephant's actions, made a solemn vow. True to his word, Arjun began leaving a portion of his sugarcane crop unharvested at the edge of his fields. The story of Arjun and the elephant spread through the village and beyond. Other farmers in the region, inspired by Arjun's experience, began to adopt similar practices. As the years passed, a remarkable change took place in Bamper. Ravi, the boy whose life had been saved, grew up with a deep love and respect for elephants. The bond formed between Arjun's family and the elephant herd endured. This extraordinary tale of Bamper became a symbol of hope, demonstrating that with empathy and willingness to change, even the most unlikely of friendships can blossom. As the sun sets over the sugarcane fields of Bamper, casting a golden glow across the land, one can still see the silhouettes of elephants moving peacefully along the forest edge.